Hey, what is going on, guys? Very eventful day in the NFL. Lots of franchise tags. Big blockbuster move with Russell Wilson. And we're going to get into all of that in this video. Now, I just want to do a quick shout out to my Twitter. I post a lot of tweets. I post my YouTube videos. I give some comments about stuff. So let's just get right into the video. Russell Wilson, pending his physical, was traded to the Denver Broncos for 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, a 5th-rounder, Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, Noah Fant, and the Broncos get Russell Wilson and a 4th-rounder. Now, the Seahawks did get a decent deal back for him. They did get 2 first-rounders, but Drew Lock, his contract is, I think, over in the next year. Noah Fant's contract is over next year. He'll become an unrestricted free agent. And Shelby Harris is also 31 on an expiring contract. So the Seahawks are essentially getting a bunch of rentals, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, which I think is good compensation for Russell Wilson. I think they maybe even could have gotten possibly a better deal. But the Broncos get Russell Wilson. They are probably going to go all in now. They also have some guys that are up for trades. Maybe, I don't know. This Broncos have some flexibility. So it's going to be interesting to see what the AFC West is now. Because look at this. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, in the AFC East, or in the AFC West especially, there is a lot of good quarterbacks now with Russell Wilson, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, and Derek Carr. So Jerry Jeudy also had quite a stressful day when Aaron Rodgers, which is our next segment, got re-signed. Jerry Jeudy put out this emoji. And then right when the Russell Wilson trade went down, changed his response a little bit. To our next segment, Aaron Rodgers signs a 4-year, $200 million deal that makes him the highest paid player in NFL history, $153 million guaranteed, and he is staying in Green Bay. Now, this means that any of the quarterbacks or any of the teams that wished for him going to their team, you're not going to get him because he's staying with the Packers. And this also links up to the Davante Adams franchise tag. So he will also stay in Green Bay. And this also links up with the salary cap. So salary cap is fugazi. It's just a number. You can easily get around it because we've seen in the last 2 years, these teams that are down $70 million are easily re-signing their players and being active in free agency. So in the next CBA, they might have to address that because it's a little bit interesting to see how these teams get around the salary cap. Next, Chris Godwin does get placed on the franchise tag for the 2nd straight year. Likely to get re-signed maybe next year. They weren't able to reach a deal, so the franchise tag happened. Another playmaking receiver off the market. Dalton Schultz, probably the best tight end, was franchise tagged, and this will also probably lead to Amari Cooper's release. So he'll be on the open market or without a trade. The next, Jaguars will franchise tag Cam Robinson. So this also brings in an interesting scenario to the Jaguars, whether if they're gonna go with Evan Neal this time around, because they signed their left tackle back, but Evan Neal can play right tackle. He played right tackle in an elite year last year, so I still think he's not in play. And plus, it's just a franchise tag. It's a 1-year deal. The Bengals, this was yesterday, they placed Jesse Bates on the franchise tag. I thought there might have been a chance that he reached the open market, but the Bengals decided to franchise tag him, which is probably the best move for them. Dolphins place Mike Gesicki. I didn't think that he was going to reach the open market due to the Dolphins' new scheme really revolving around vertical tight ends who have great speed. George Kittle and Mike Gesicki did have the most snaps out of any tight end by far in the slot. So it's interesting to see if he's going to put up similar or better numbers than what he did last year. David Njoku gets placed on the franchise tag. Now, this was probably the weirdest out of all the franchise tags. He's getting paid around $10 million to be a backup tight end, and they already paid Austin Hooper, and they made him one of the highest paid tight ends in the NFL. So an interesting move, and as well as that, neither of them put up very significant numbers, and I think David Njoku had a lot of potential outside of the Browns. The Chiefs, they placed Orlando Brown on the franchise tag. They're still trying to work on a long-term deal, but as of right now, he gets placed on the franchise tag. And then lastly, Mike Williams, 3-year, $60 million contract via rap sheet. So, and I think that this also changes their needs now that as they can't go with Devontae Adams, they just can re-sign Mike Williams. So I do think they still need a third receiver, and also you don't have to waste the franchise tag on Mike Williams. You can re-sign him, and that's also $20 million a year, which is a lot. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Tags are not over as I make this video, so we'll have to see what happens else by the 4 o'clock deadline, and I'll update that in my next mock draft, which will be coming by the end of the week. All right, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.